Okay, for this question here, this is your column A, this is column A, while this is column B. So you want to determine which of the quantities here is greater, whether they are equal or whether you can't determine a relationship. Anyway, for this kind of question, since you do not have any variable, you should be able to determine whether they are equal or which of them is greater. So how do we go about doing this? So all we need to do is we need to just break this down to its simplest form, and then we also break this down to its simplest form. So for the one in column A, which I'm going to start with, so I'm going to use the law of exponents that says that x to the power A multiplied by to the power B also is going to give you x to the power A times x to the power A times B. So I'm going to be using this law here. So what we have here is the root of 3 all to the power 20. This is what we have. Now you observe this is in brackets. So the root of 3 is the same thing as 3 to the power half. That is the same thing. And then all to the power 20. So we're going to go back to this place here. So it says you can multiply the powers. That's what it says. So this is just going to give you 3 to the power half times 20. So this is the bodies of color here. So it's going to be half times 20. That is half times 20. So let's make the whole thing appropriate. So 2 in 20 is 10. So what you obtain here is going to be 3 to the power 10. So this is our solution for this. It has been broken down to its simplest form. Now, but for the one in column B, let's see what is going to result in. So what you have here is the cube root of 9, then all to the power 15. All to the power 15. Now this is going to give you, now the cube root of 9 is the same thing as 9 to the power 1 all over 3, the cube root, then all to the power 15. This is what we have here. So now this is equal to this is all to the power 15, and this is going to be, so using the same law here, so you have 9 to the power 1 all over 3 times 15. So 3 and 15, this one gives us it gives us 5, but it doesn't stop there. So what you obtain here is you have 9 to the power 5, but then it doesn't stop there. What you have here is in terms of 3. So let's see if we can break this down to be in terms of 3. So anyway, this is 9 to the power 5, and 9 is the same thing as 3 squared, then all to the power 5, so which is going to be equal to 3. So I always forget doing this. So 2 times 5 is 10. So what you have here is 3 to the power 10 here. What you have here is also 3 to the power 10 here. So that tells us that the two quantities are equal. So since the two quantities are equal, then your solution is going to be C. So none is greater, so C should be your solution. That completes the problem.